Alright, here we go. Leaving greed and cash. Busters can kiss my ass. Be careful when you make a wish. You might come face to face with a death wish. Fuck a Matt Smith. Illuminati recruiter hides in the new age community. You a straight bitch. They say don't talk like that. But if I see him in the streets, I'ma talk with the bat. Right over here is where revolution's at. Big love to the global family for placing me into my greatness. I will never abandon you, and that's a promise. I spit truth so the earth can know it. They out here gunning for a revolutionary poet. So my people watch it. Peace out. Revolution's hot topic. Hot topics, I meant.
I mean, this law firm literally has its hands in every steaming pile of crap shit that we've encountered. McQuaid and Blasco's in the shadows. They covered for Jerry Sandusky's Second Mile while at the same time protecting Penn State as their lawyers. Graham Spanier, who was found guilty of child endangerment. His two co-defendants are actually in jail, but Graham Spanier is walking free. I haven't heard that he's in jail yet. And an Arts Fest here, just a little less than a month ago, McQuaid and Blasco, they actually let their little pedophile buddy get up and play with the band, you know, right in front of a big McQuaid and Blasco banner. That was a slap in the face to every last Center County resident. We've also done some digging, and on the Anonymous State College page, I got a video up there earlier where McQuaid and Blasco has had dealings with multiple, what I could only call land grabs, where they're colluding with big banks and their friends in Leadership Center County, another group that needs exposed and looked into, where they're colluding with big banks to steal property and land. I mean, at an outstanding rate. You can go into the Center County Courthouse yourself and look at the wall, and there's probably about 40 to 50 plus homes a month being stolen. I mean, outright stolen. And the way these guys operate is, you know, most of these people who are having their homes foreclosed and sheriff sold, I don't think that they're aware of how many others it's happening to. You know, so when you're losing your home, you're left feeling really isolated. You're already behind on mortgage or taxes or whatever the case may be that you're even embroiled in the issue. I'm shooing people away. But for whatever reason you may be embroiled with the sheriff's sale notice, they leave people feeling isolated, alone, ostracized, and unable to defend themselves. I don't have nothing, go ask. My roommate's being a prick and interrupted me. I caught a nice middle finger for that. But let me refocus here. Needless to say, there's a video on Anonymous State College. You guys can check it out, where we have all the sheriff's cells just for the next month and a half. It's outright theft. I do believe our group's going to be working with some of these families to find out the underlying patterns and connections. You know, is there criminal behavior behind this? So the current land grabs and theft of property is one issue that we do intend on discussing and breaking down further this Wednesday as well. The last topic I'd like to talk about would be, I got two more. The criminal defense lawyers. They're currently guilty of what I could only call a racketeer, influence, corrupt organization, where before you even walk into a defense lawyer's office, that lawyer has already decided that you are going to plea bargain. They don't care about your case. You're going to pay them, they're going to take your money, and then they're going to recommend a plea bargain. I've got audio up. Some of you may have heard it, some of you may not have, that shows where these criminal defense lawyers are actually best fucking friends with the police that charge you. They're drinking buddies. So what ends up happening is these cops will hit you with a ridiculous slew of charges. Just go read the Center Daily Times and compare the charges that people are being hit with for marijuana, you know, and they're catching 5 charges. That's part of the racketeer, influence, corrupt organization where the police are overcharging so that when you go see their little criminal defense lawyer buddies and you pay their buddies for their services, you are given a plea bargain. And I mean, who wouldn't want one charge instead of 5 charges? So you end up taking the plea, you pay your fines, the courts make money off you, lawyers make money off you, and here's a little known fact. Once you're arraigned and you're forced to make bail or pay bail, guess who's in charge of the bail agency? There's only one bail agency in Centre County. I'll wait. Does anyone know? Anyone? If none of you guys watching who are local can tell me who's in charge of the bail agency, this right here is why they ran me out of town. I'll wait. Anyone? Anyone? No one knows who's in charge of Centre County's only bail agency? Bernie Cantorna is a big sponsor of it. Criminal defense lawyer Sean McGraw, Stephanie Cooper. They run an organization called the Center for Alternative Justice, CAJC. I'm forgetting offhand what the last C's for. Where not only are you retaining these lawyers and paying them to, you know, cover your case, plea bargain you, whenever you're assigned bail, you're actually, you know, you pay your 10% bail. That goes back to the same lawyers that you've already retained. They don't tell you this shit. They don't want you to know this shit. Once again, I've said this and I'll say it 100 million times, the FBI really needs to step in. The FBI is in town working with Stacey Parks Miller, and I can only hope that they're also investigating some of these other crooks as well. That's the last issue there I had that I really wanted to touch upon. Oh, and the election director Joyce McKinley. She has been rigging your elections now for decades. We intend to put pressure on her. Joyce McKinley has got to go. Come this November, vote this woman out, and you could do wonders for your government. Joyce McKinley is acting as like a guard, where whenever someone resigns, quits, a position is not filled, Joyce McKinley is the gatekeeper. She is the person that allows and picks and chooses who exactly makes it into these elected positions. On a low ball, your government is made up of roughly 40% appointed officials. On the high end, we're looking at 60 to 70% of elected positions that are being appointed, meaning that Joyce McKinley and the county commissioners pick and choose who